Good evening everyone, and welcome to a Gundam News scoop for Gundam Breaker 4. Now, it is nothing too huge, but I do have some very good news for the people who already pre-ordered the North American Physical Edition, as well as for the people who are right now thinking about pre-ordering one. You have just been upgraded from the standard version to the launch edition. So, this means that you're not just getting the early unlocks for the Recirculation Color RX-78-2 and the Builder's parts, but you'll also be getting a bonus poster and reversible cover art for either the standard Western version or the landscape wraparound version of the Japanese cover. The poster features the box art for the high-grade Gun Barrel Strike Gundam Breaker version, so it'll look absolutely fantastic, and it is 11 by 17 inches. And then the box art, well, the cover art, I'll cover that in a second because I do also have some notes on why the Western version is different from the Japanese version. First, I want to tackle the availability. So, if you already pre-ordered the physical Switch or PlayStation 5 version, whether it is the standard or the collector's edition, you will automatically get the upgraded version. And this also goes for whatever retailer you got it from. Well, you pre-ordered it from, so you don't have to do anything in that case. For everyone else then, it is a case of as long as supplies last. It'll be available from the same retailers who carry the standard version, and it will also be the same price as the standard version. So this then also means that regions who previously weren't getting the physical version still aren't getting the physical version.
Who are you people?
But even if you can't get the physical version, there is still some good news for you here, because this launch edition upgrade was done as a celebration of the collector's edition selling really well. So if Gundam Breaker 4 ends up being a great game that also sells really well, it can only mean good things for the future of the franchise and also future translations of the franchise. And it is of course always just cool to see a company giving fans that little bit extra. Now, as for the notes that I got on the cover art of Gundam Breaker 4, I'm sure you've all noticed just how different the Japanese version and the Western version is, for better or for worse. So, the Japanese version very simply follows the trend of Gundam Breaker 1, 2, and 3 of having various mobile suits fighting against the giant 1/60th scale perfect grade Gundam, while also showing some of the new features of Gundam Breaker 4. We've got the SD Full Armor Knight Gundam, because SDs will be more important in Gundam Breaker 4, the new Aerial Gundam, and a customized RX-78-2 Gundam, which is of course still one of Japan's most beloved mobile suits. And the customizations here also do a great job at showing the new building features. It has two different arms, being a Pale Rider arm and a Golden arm, which I unfortunately can't quite place, and also two completely different weapons to showcase the new dual wielding capabilities. There's a standard beam saber and a beam naginata. On the Western version, meanwhile, we get a Kid Bash that is much more in your face with its customizations, because it's not just the RX-78-2 with a few different arms, like literally everything is different here. And it of course also uses parts from shows that are more popular in the West. So we've got the Wing Zero Customs wings, the God Gundam's right arm, the Strike Freedom's left arm, the Barb's legs, the Aerial's torso, and just because we needed something from the RX-78-2, we get the RX-78-2's head. And then just as with the Japanese version, we also get two different melee weapons to really showcase that new dual wielding. The Aerial then remains the same, and the SD Full Armor Knight Gundam got changed to the regular SD Knight Gundam. I don't have an official reason on why they changed it, but I think it might have to do with like the Knight Gundam being in SD Gundam Battle Alliance and therefore being more recognizable in the West. Also, whenever I looked at the Western cover, I got this feeling of like, I've seen this somewhere before, and today I finally figured it out. The composition really reminds me of Return from the Different Dimension from Yu-Gi-Oh! And now that I've activated my trap card, I end my turn and this video. As always, a big thank you to the Patreon supporters. I hope everyone watching has a great evening, and I'll see you all next time, hopefully with a release date.